It's gonna be a long video, so feel free to just skip, go watch some shorts if you want to. And if you really want to learn from real story that happened today, then stay and stick and hear what I'm trying to tell you. It will save so much time, especially if you don't have experience in selling or you have very teeny small experience in selling. It's gonna be my lessons, the personal lessons, limiting beliefs, and some knowledge which is pure knowledge that you can use while selling, right? So I'm gonna give everything here in this video, and I'm gonna give these in a way of story, in a way of self-criticism. So in the same time, I remember everything that I've done today, but also you have these lessons and the stories that I was in, so you can relate to the stories. And at the end of this video, if you don't get anything, then just like let me know, tell me you are a loser in the comment, right? And criticize, bro, brutally criticize, masculine criticism, like brutally criticize me and let me know if I've done any mistakes, right? So I'm gonna basically start with the day. So the first thing that I would say is, I was thinking today in the morning, that's the first thing, the first issue that I had. I was thinking like, should I go with my best, like a very, like a businessman, having a white t-shirt, white shirt and very bit like business suit? Should I do that, or should I go just as a some like kind of pullover, which is really nice, right? But just a normal pullover, maybe like with a good watch. So this was a decision first. So I thought, let me go just like with a pullover, because it's basically a training. So it's a kind of, let's call it fake selling. So what we were doing is, we were as the team, and I'm doing IT in the team. Like, it's not even my job to do selling, but everyone knows in the team that I'm interested in selling, because I've said that before. I've said like, if we are going to switch jobs, right? Because we had the plan in 2024 to switch jobs sometimes, or for example, me as IT, I go with the salespeople, the consulting people goes with the salespeople go with the marketing. So we know each other, and we know that the departments will know each other inside of the company. So what I've done is, I've said that I want to be selling, right? I want to do selling with you guys. And you are, yeah. So everyone knows that I want to do selling, right? And even the CEO today, I was basically telling me, oh yeah, like let's see what Jad has, because he's really into the selling. So he was waiting till he sees my case, because he was actually excited, right? And basically I fucked it up. But I think in the other SEO, I left like some impression, right? I mean, for me, in a way or another, it's important for me to leave some impression. I just love to keep some impression there, that this is the guy that I'm trying to be, this is the guy I am. And yes, I'm failing. I acknowledge my failures too. So let's get started. Tell you my failures. What did I do wrong? What pissed me off? Which kind of emotions I couldn't control? Which kind of emotions I controlled very well? Which kind of things that I've done just by giving, right? Like by being a superior man and giving without getting anything back. And I will go through them, right? And there is like something which I'm looking into, this kind of trust issues. I think the CEO have some trust issues. Sometimes they trust me 100%. Sometimes I just like feel that they don't trust really. But the thing is, you can never tell, right? That's why like you need to be like, when you are in a company and trying to give some value, you wanna just like be honest about it. What I am bringing to the company, and you have your argument. For example, I'm building solutions, so whatever happens, I don't give a fuck if they are not happy with anything that I have. I will face it, right? So it's better to be yourself, to put yourself out there, and know at least like that you are giving value in the background. So the value that you are giving in the background allow you to be yourself. And what happens, that's what I'm trying now. And what happens is basically that you are yourself, you learn so much, and you put yourself out there. So you just basically learn so much, and you are being there instead of just being in the corner and just trying to hide yourself and not really be there in the team. No, put yourself there with the weaknesses, with the strengths. Be thankful for the others. Show that you are thankful for many things. And this is the kind of impression that you leave, right? So I was always thinking about giving compliments for the other employees. I'm not sure how many of them are thinking about it. So we'll get to that. Let's start with the training. I came and I met my partner because like we were groups, and I met my partner in the train, and he's flying to another country, to Brazil, and I was basically talking to him, right, and building the relation a bit. We talked a bit. I tried to talk to him. He was open to me. He told me like, oh yeah, I really don't feel like the training today. I just want to fly to my vacation. I was like, yeah, I can understand you actually, because I'm not sure what we are going to do, but I'm really excited, to be honest. And to be honest, I knew that at the end of the day I will be that much inspired. I will learn so many things, because every single time I was learning so many things, bro. So many things. I was learning so many things. Like my head was like exploding. That's why I'm journaling this shit, because I know it will be very valuable for me in the future. Whatever I'm gonna do, it's gonna be very valuable. So I arrived in the morning, grabbed my coffee, we entered, and I think a very good impression to do the next time is because like this time I improved something from the last time. The last time I was late, I came in and it was kind of shitty, but I was very well dressed. So this time I came very early, dressed good. I wouldn't say I was dressed top, because the last time I've just learned that it doesn't really make so much sense to dress up. But in a way or another, when you are dressed up, like psychologically speaking, it helps too. That's why like it's real like a sword with two faces, right? So I cannot really tell. I wanted to try both, to go dressed up and go without dressing up. So 100% I could say like when you are punctual, that means you are respecting the whole thing. That's why it's good. It's better to respect time, be there. A thing that I could improve for the next time is basically I saw the trainer in the morning, and he's the one training us, and he has the impression he knows me because I have him on LinkedIn. I have good connection with him. And what I was planning to do is to tell him at the end of the day he worked very hard, and thanks a lot for this whole training preparation, because no one really does that. He gets his money. And if I'm the one who's being thankful for it, I leave an impression. But in the morning, I was surprised that he knows my name, right? He knows me in a way or another. And yeah, that's why like I've done it okay. The next time I would try to leave a bigger impression and tell him like hello again, and just tell him that I'm really learning so much from his trainings, right? It will leave him feeling good, right? Then that's the good thing about it. So we are done from the trainer. We got into the room, and we started practicing. So the first one that he wanted to practice was basically my bro, Dominic. Yeah, he got into into the room, and he was trying really to improvise. So everything was done as if it was really the selling session. So he came in, and the two CEOs were sitting, and they were interviewing him. So the CEOs actually were like basically playing the role of the customer, the client, the opportunity, the lead, and my friend was playing the role of the one who's selling actually. So basically like the expert and the seller at the same time. I'm not sure what he was really doing, but if he was an expert or seller, but he did selling more than expert. So he came in, and I found it really good because he was doing solo. So for me, I thought about it like I would love to do it solo. And I was surprised at the end of the day he was writing like this kind of lonely wolf seller, this seller, that seller, right? And bro, teamwork is really important. A lot of us just think that it's not so important, but it is so important, man. Teamwork is so important. Like if you cannot really work on the team, that's problematic. And most of the very competitive guys, they do things alone. For example, like me, if I would be doing it alone, I think I would do much like a great job, right? But I was with something now. Dominic was alone. He has done a great job, right? Like for me, I was looking from outside. I see like wow, and everyone was like, for the 2 months that you have been in the company, that's great. Everyone was telling him that's great, and it was very positive, man. So it was really very positive from his side. For sure, like some critic. So for example, as he came in, the servos, so he said he used some words which could be replaced, right? And in a couple of places, they gave him some tips which I don't really remember. I'm trying to remember them. I didn't write notes, and that's my problem as I started, because I was trying to train for my session, which was fucked up. We'll get to my session, but let me just try to focus. Like, what did I learn? I learned basically that my German is fucked up. That's right. I talk German very good. I'm not a native speaker, but that's not an excuse. I should learn a couple of sentences, which really help me. Now, no one gave me this kind of hint that my German is fucked up. Maybe I just feel like that. Maybe it is really good. Who knows, right? But I think I got this kind of comment, maybe, that I should be prepared more. So yeah, the inspiration from the first selling session was basically that, yeah, that I need to improve my words. His words were really good. He has sentences, but then again, he was using fancy sentences, but he got the tip or the hint that sometimes he was using words that could be used in a better way, right? We'll get to that. Yeah, he got even like the hint that he was sitting a little bit stressed. I don't think so, to be honest. For me, it was really good, man. But he was the first one. That's why like everyone was judging him. So for me, I think he really was from the top people doing this job. Now at the end, I don't think he would have sold them, but that's expected. Like, very new in the company, right? He gave his best, and I think he has done a great job. Like, no one has actually done the job of preparing. I think a couple of people has done that job. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I didn't personally like really took the time to prepare the questions and shit, right? We didn't train a lot. But yeah, it seems that he really gave it just 10 minutes. Me and my partner, we gave it 1 hour, but it was like not very effective, bro. Not very effective. But we thought like we've done the job. At the end, our scenario was changed. Now let's get to me, because like me and the Brazilian guy. So obviously he was trying to delete me, right? He was trying basically to tell me like, yeah, you are the junior consultant, and he's gonna be the consultant, right? And that's what I mean. Like, he's trying to delete me, bro. Like, maybe I've done more sales than him in my life, and maybe I've done more consulting, much more than him, bro. I'm not sure if he has done any consulting before the company, but I have like my own experience, bro, and I'm not scared about consulting. So he's trying just like to put me on the corner, which is okay. I understand it. People have this kind of tendencies that they want. This is not the first time, man. This is not the first time that I see people trying just to make me small and put me in the corner, which is kind of interesting, right? Because it could be that I'm not sure, man. Because now I'm talking about myself. The illusions could come here, that my ego could come in the place, and then I could like fuck it up and not really be objective. But let's just assume. I'm just assuming because I'm this kind of loud person. So people are seeing this kind of like hard work, get shit done. Like, that's why I just think, I'm not sure if it's true, because I had it so often in my life that I've learned from it. I've just seen that people tend to not like me that much, especially the people that I'm working with, because they are scared that I'm gonna take their jobs, which is kind of ego, right? Like, because it could be just illusional, and yeah, I'm so good that the people are scared, right? That's right. But I just really think it. I'm not sure about it, but I think that whenever I see something weird, I think it could be the case, because I'm open. I'm trying just like to play it an open game. And maybe you're telling me like, why are you playing an open game? It could be better for you to play a closed game and just like to be with yourself and just give the comments, right? But that's not what I really need, like, because I see my job now as an opportunity to grow for the future. That's why like I'm giving it all. So So first thing that he was trying to make me small by telling me, yeah, like how are we going to do it? Yeah, I'm the consultant, you are the junior consultant. Okay, what does it mean? Like, okay, in the fact that is the case, but he allowed himself to tell me that, right? And then I told him I wouldn't do it like that. Like, I'm gonna be the selling and you are the consultant. And that's not the first time, because in the last training something similar happened to me, where like I'm in the team basically, and because I'm new and they think that IT is not that important, which is a problem, what happens usually, and they just told me like, yeah, like let's just like remove this part, and it was my fucking part and I wasn't in the video. So I made a problem, and I've just told them like, that's a feedback, that's my honest feedback. I was removed like from the team, which is okay, bro. Like, I'm not sure why, right? That's why I'm trying to be good. Let's see how it goes. Challenges are there. I'm being myself. I'm being honest about it. If I fuck it up, then it's my responsibility. I'm being very honest about it, and I'm trying to grow. And that's the best way. Growth mentality is always the best mentality. That means I'm gonna do what I think is true and get feedback. If it's fucked up, then I know it's fucked up. Then I improve, but I will never delete myself, because that's myself. That's me. If they like me or don't like me, at the end of the day, I'm me, I'm myself. I need to like myself to be continuing to live, to continue living. That's why it's important for me that I'm not scared about anything. I'm not scared about really zero things, right? Because that's how should I react and act. Just be yourself, improve, be open, and you will be hurt so often, right? People who just like are hiding themselves, they will not be hurt that much. But what will happen is I'm hurt so much that I learn so much, and I'm open. Like, I'm this kind of open book, right? People could see when I do something wrong, something true. They see how I'm struggling. So it leaves an impression. This is the way of superior man. It's just like to be open. I'm human, I'm fucked up, that's okay, right? At the same time, be above all of these things. Let's continue. So I started, and with my partner trying to delete me, and our mistake was that we had a scenario that the company that we are working, trying to sell something for, they have a system, and this system is from another company. Now this company B that is giving this system to the company we are trying to sell for, the main guy who has built this software is going just like in the pension. That means he's old. That means there is no team to improve the software when he's gone. That means it's gonna continue working, but in the future, if there is any technical issues, it will be harder for this company to make support for them. That's why it is the main problem. That's the main problem, right? What we have thought is that because it was written that they kind of want a web solution, and they got this suggestion, and someone suggested us as a company. So that's why we know that the customer first has this problem with the old man that is gonna go. That means in the future there is no one who is gonna give them consulting, technical consulting from the other company that they were working for. That's why they are searching for another solution. Second, they got interested about cloud solution just because it has advantages, and they got their solution has so much complexities or something like that, right? And someone suggested us. So these are the four pieces of information that we know about the cost. And for sure we googled a little bit, like how big is the company. We know a little bit of things, right? So we're using a concept called spin selling. Spin selling means you ask about 4 kind of questions. You ask about the situation, about the pain, the implication, and the N. What was the N? I know it in German, but I don't know it in English, man. The value, basically, the value. But there's a synonym of value which is written with N. Okay, so you show the value at the end. You show the value of working with us, right? The value of solving the problem, and the implication if you don't solve the problem, and the problem itself you ask about it, and then you first ask about some situation. So we got in, and I'm the selling person, and I was surprised that the guy has started to talk, trying to delete me one more time, that I need just like to sit down and not talk, right? So with that in my head, it took me just 2 seconds to just realize that I need to take over. which I've done, which seems to be ego fall. But yeah, 2 times try to delete me. So the first, like 3 times till now. This is the 3rd time of him trying to delete me. So I just didn't allow him to delete me because I'm on the spot. We're training. So what could happen? Nothing. I was myself. I talked. We've done the thing, right? So the 2nd time that he tried to delete me because I didn't tell you about it was basically that like as we were preparing for the whole thing for 1 hour before 1 week, we focused ourselves on another scenario which was wrong. We understood the whole scenario wrong. That's why like he was showing the old scenario and he has took like about 15 minutes without looking me into the eyes, without considering me as a partner who has worked his ass off with this preparation and didn't give me credits for anything. So I'm a fucking junior thing there, and it is not true because as we were there, I was helping, I was there, I was really there, and I formulated the fucking questions. So just he took the credits for himself. So then I said, okay, it's the 2nd time. First time he says that I'm junior. 2nd thing that he does is basically that he just opens his laptop and talks, and then I think, okay, what could I say then, right? Which is also okay. We didn't talk about it that I'm not gonna say anything, and he didn't even look at me and maybe tell me that maybe I could take a part of it. But he could maybe just because he doesn't have, like, how to say it, he wanted to fly, right? That's why it wasn't really feeling like feeling really good to do the whole coaching. That's why, who knows, right? Let's just not blame him. And I just said 1 sentence and we got started, right? And it was not unpleasant, but I controlled myself. I'm glad I've done that. But I think for the future, I need to think about it. Like if something like this, similar to this, happens again, could I improve how I've reacted? Because it triggered something in me, not very huge. I've controlled the shit. I didn't say anything, but just felt that I'm not important, right? So how to react? I think I've done the good job. It could improve. The improvement would be to be prepared as fuck and to have so much information and to be just like smart and know which kind of pieces of knowledge he didn't say about, and to even if he's deleting me, how to kind of union our energy to kind of, how to say it, extend what he is saying with some couple of hints, right? But you need the language for it. And I know the words for it, right? But I need to formulate it for the future. Like if I'm being deleted in the future, what could I do is like accept it, put it here on the side, and just like extend what he's saying. So then I say, yeah, that's great. And there's just like one thing more that I want to add to what he has said, that 1, 2, 3. And to have these additional points, you need to be kind of prepared a bit, right? Yes. So I need to be smarter. That's one thing that I've learned, right? You see, I'm learning from the pains. And in this way, I'm the kind of very superior man because he's trying to delete me. I'm coming and extending what he's saying and giving him power, right? So the 3rd time where he's trying to delete me inside of the situation. Why? Because he just maybe thought that he could like do it, right? Because I stopped him 2 times. He was just not happy about it, and I was like, okay, man. So in the scenario, what happened is basically I was talking more than him, which is like, you deleted me, I deleted you, kind of. I didn't think about it a lot. It just happened automatically because I'm this kind of person, right? It happened automatically. So we're there, and he tried for the third time inside of this kind of process, which I'm here to learn. I'm like, why I'm here if he's gonna do everything, right? So what I've done is we sat down, and he's the expert consultant, or like let's call him junior consultant. He's the junior consultant. I'm not consulting at all. That's why like he played the role of expert consultant, and he wanted to play me to play the junior, which makes sense. But like there is a salesman that needs to be there, and I've said that I want to be that on point. So we came in, he started to talk. So the first thing that I noticed that I don't really know what to say when we start conversations. I just think that I'm a little bit bad, like not that good about it, right? Especially that the partner there was looking like this, right? So it gave me the feeling that I fucked it up or something, right? Maybe it is his mimics, right? I don't know. So that's the thing. If this happens, what should I do first? Second, this person who was trying to delete me, that means if I don't talk, I will not talk at all. That's why that gave me this stress to be very quick in formulating question, which led to me falling in a gap. And this gap that I've done was like this stress was leading me to talk and try to really sell very hard, which was a positive point at the end, because I think I was number one when it comes to this kind of trying really trying hard to do something, right? But it was too hard. And the one who was trying to delete me, he was just like repeating again that what should he do if I promised the client that you see, like, okay. But that's the good thing, like at the end of the day, I'm losing nothing, right? That's why, like, just be yourself and do whatever it is needed. At the end of the day, you are just learning from the mistakes and improving. So yeah, it's kind of hard to be motivated, like when someone just gives you the feeling that you are unimportant. And my way to do that is to bring this kind of dark energy and start to take this dark energy as a motivation to be good. That means, okay, I understand you are trying to delete me. That's me, and I want to improve that to the next level, because obviously it's still hurting me, and I want to let it go, or maybe take it really as a dark energy, but in a way that, like in the selling, it shouldn't affect me, because I lost one thing during this kind of, because of this kind of trying to delete me. What I've lost is this kind of step back. I didn't lose it at all, because I was obviously thinking and trying to ask questions, but like the one who, like my client triggered me. She triggered me by telling me, just like closing the door, which is, for example, telling me that, show me your solution. So my plan was basically but it was basically fucked up, right? My plan was to tell her, like, we got it, but before I show you that, we need to be sure that you are ready to work with us. And we can just only know that by knowing more about your what you really need. That's why we are talking, and let's ask more questions, right? And basically the questions weren't there. Like, I wasn't having this kind of question which is clicking. Like, I felt just, I didn't have this question, bro. I need to practice the shit. I didn't have the right question to ask. That's why I went to make a list of questions and just study these questions. And whenever something happens, I just got like a list of questions that are always useful, always help me. And by asking these questions, everything would be great, right? That's why, like, I'm gonna make this list of questions that you can globally use. And just in this way, you are prepared. Always. Whatever customer, whatever client, whatever lead, you are prepared by the list of questions, which is really good questions that work always. And even if you are aggressive and have this dark energy, you could put the dark energy into the question. That means the question is objectively speaking there. So I put the question objectively speaking, but then because I'm aggressive, I put these aggressions in the question. Not passive aggression, no, I just put it, like, I say, okay, so what's the real problem that you're having? Oh, that's so aggressive. You know what I see? I don't want to be so aggressive, but I want to still be myself, because I'm this kind of person. I don't want to pretend like to be cool, right? But at the same time, I want to control also, like control the whole thing. Meaning ask the question, be the one asking the questions, and for sure use my talent, which is like this kind of motivation. Use it, but use it wisely. And I think I've done that for this spontaneity and this kind of stress that I had, and people like this, my partner trying to delete me. I've done a great job. That's why I'm very thankful for it. I'm very thankful even for the partner trying to delete me, because I will experience that in real life. That's why like I'm glad that it happened. For sure in the real life we will take it more seriously, and that's the problem. They didn't really take it as seriously, and I don't understand that, man. It's fucking training, which is really important. Take it seriously. And he wasn't really take it seriously. Was saying, Claire, what should I do? So he left it. Let it go. And we'll get there. I don't really know, man. I mean, at the end of the day, my job is not to make everything happy, right? Not to ever make everyone happy. And I'm competitive as fuck. So I don't know, bro. I will be just me, myself, and it could be costing me that I will be fired one day, but who gives a fuck? I'm giving my best. That's why, like, I'm thankful that I'm giving my best and that my wills are true. I'm not aiming for any bad for the company. I'm aiming just for good. I'm aiming for improvement, and I'm putting my energy into the company, right? And it's not even my company, but I'm putting my energy into the company. It's much better than people pretending to be good for the company, but they are not really good. They don't really think. They are not really thankful for the company. So I'm gonna just be myself, and this will help me to see if this kind of character that I have is if it's possible to just like to be true, right? To be true. And it could be costing me so many things, but we'll get to that, right? Now let me list things that I'm thankful for, and then I'm gonna list like the things that really pissed me off, and I still controlled them, but they pissed me off a bit. So, things that I'm thankful for and grateful for. I'm really grateful for the whole training. I'm really grateful for the whole company and the fact that we are doing this kind of sellings. I'm very grateful for the trainer who has brought so much knowledge, bro. I'm very thankful and grateful for the guy who has tried 3 times or 4 times to delete me. And I'm also thankful and grateful the last time that someone has also tried to delete me and just make me smaller. I'm always thankful for these people, but really thankful from my heart, man. I'm thankful for him because I don't know, maybe he's really feeling bad that I'm putting myself out there. He feels maybe the stress, that could be the reason. Maybe there could be so many reasons, right? That's why I don't blame him. It's just like maybe he's just like trying to take things easy, not really thinking. That's why like I don't blame him, but I'm thankful for it because it triggered me, and this kind of, I love these dark moments, bro. They're just like giving me this, that I'm fucking superior, man, because I took all of these and I'm giving back love, right? So, and I need to be improving. I need to be improving more. And for sure, like I wasn't just like lovely. Like basically, he didn't really like do so many bad things. It's not very bad, right? That's why like I need to drop that ego a bit. But yeah, give it the answer. That means he tried to delete me and tell that I'm the junior thing. It's okay, because maybe he's really looking at it that I'm this kind of new. That's why it's okay to make this. I didn't blame him, but then he really tried to delete me and not giving me the chance to talk in the presentation. I also accepted that, but I took it as a hint. And then I started being the lonely wolf. And he tried the third time to delete me, but I thought zero about it and just have been myself. And I fucked it up, right? I wrote down like some things that I could improve, right? But now let's be thankful. More things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that I've said thank you for the one who prepared the food for us. And I'm saying I've said thanks. We all confirmed his thing and we clapped for it. So it's done a great job. That's done. And I didn't really criticize him in anything. I thought about something that I wanted to criticize. I didn't do it because I didn't want to be this negative person. So I just skipped it, right? Which is also like something that I need to work on, because even though I could be this kind of negative person, for example, David Goggins is always gonna be this pessimistic, negative person, but at the end of the day, he's realistic as fuck. Because like I was thinking, like, is it gonna be that easy in real life? That's done. Because for example, my fucking thing, it was so hard. Like he was like just like basically trying to kill me, right? But at the same time, I fucked it up with the questions, with the whole thing. And on the other hand, what he has done, it was a great job. He has done a great job. I should say that, man. He has done a great job, amazing job. I could learn from him even, and he has surprised me many times with his perspective, because it happened to me the last week that I was in the team and I was trying just like to dig down into the problem, and what he has done is like to look at the solution that we already had, and he concluded the whole call by giving the solution, which has helped my ass out. So I'm very thankful for him, man, for Khalil, and yeah, I'm very thankful for him. That's something that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for that I could learn from him. I'm thankful that just drop my ego and see what he has done. He has worked on his German too. His German is so good. My German is so good. I just think that I have more potential, and yeah, that's again just putting my ego aside and trying to really learn. When I look at Khalil, I see that I could learn from his calmness. I could learn from his stoicism, because he was fighting with himself inside, but from the outside he was cool. Now, for sure, like he has problems. For example, that he doesn't show like this energy and motivation. And yes, let's do it. That's the best thing. This kind of, yeah, that's good. Okay, nice. That means we won the client. So that's, for example, the disadvantage from him. But the disadvantage from me, that I didn't have this calmness that he had. So what I want to do is I want to learn from his good things and just take them for me, like learn from them. And for sure, like if he wants to learn, then his job is to learn this kind of yeah, because I think people like this win too. And I've mentioned that for the other guy who was very similar to this Khalil. He was Alex, like the biggest dude when it comes to the consulting in the company, because he gave the expertise, gave everything, but he was talking so cute. He was, and I've told him, I've said it obviously, that you've done a great job. I just think that on the next day someone could just come with an advertisement on the internet and tell you like, I'm gonna change your life, that's the life-changing solution, and people will buy. It just works, man. It just works sometimes, like when you are showing the emotions, understanding the solution, and giving like really putting the emotions in place. um it doesn't always sell, right? But if you have the solution and you make the emotions and you're using the emotions, that's great, man. What's better than leaving an impression in the person who have talked about? At least if you didn't close him, he will think about it like, this dude had some motivation, man. Or maybe he will be just like kidding about this dude, right? Oh yeah, like he was shouting but he didn't have any knowledge. Maybe too, who knows? But at least I've tried my best, for example. And I just think like he has tried he has tried his best, but there's like this kind of emotions that he needs to show. Like that's even selling, like to feel the client. I didn't like, it was like very QA. What you have done today? Okay, we have this, and he didn't ask so many questions. So these two guys who are very calm, one of them was asking so much questions, which is really good, but then he couldn't show his expertise so much. The other one has showed the expertise so much that the other, like we were all speechless from his expertise, but he didn't answer so much questions, and also like the same problem as the other guy, like not so much emotional. Yeah, okay, nice, let's talk. I just think it doesn't work like that. Like if you are ending your speech with a client with like, yeah, let's talk, I will send you an email, done. Like if you are not giving a fuck, who is gonna give a fuck? right? But at the same time, like what I was doing wrong is to try maybe a very hard to sell. Yeah, that's an. But sometimes it works. So I think I need to go a little bit to their side. They need to get a little bit to my side. And for sure, like everyone has mistakes, has good things, good points, bad points. That's how we improve. But I was very impressive about this Khalil because he's a legend. About his questions, I think he was the best in questions. So the best in questions was Khalil. The best in improvisation was Dominic. The best in expertise was Alex. Um, the best in the introduction and the outro and this lovely thing was like the hike. I mentioned these because they impressed me really.